Audrey, you okay?
Hi, what are you doing? What are you doing? No,
I'm gonna put the other hoodie on you. All right. Sorry, folks. Just had to change my cat's hoodie. All right. We're starting some new stuff today. And I'm not quite sure what yet. So, but guess what I did? I got my shop update done. It was an hour late, but there's new stuff in the shop. Yay! Hi, Barb. Hi, Patty. Yay! Painting again today. Fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that. I love hearing that you're getting painting time. I'm doing good, thank you. Thirsty as all hell, though. Hold on, let me take a drink. Thanks, Patty. I was pretty proud of myself. I feel like the last couple of days I've gotten stuff done. And it sounds like, yeah, it feels good to get stuff done. So just get more stuff done. Like that's an easy thing to do, which we know it's not. But when it happens, it just feels really nice. Aw, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. Right? This wonderful adrenaline shot of spring that we're getting. It's helping. It's really helping. The immediate part of me wants to say, okay, how can I capitalize on this so that I can use it in the future? Right? How can I harness this kind of energy? How can I do this and feel like this more? And I'm immediately brought back to thoroughly enjoy it in the moment. I think the more we can thoroughly enjoy these moments where we feel good and let ourselves just sit here and say, I can't tell you why I haven't felt this good up until now. I don't know if I'll ever feel this good again, but right now, my God, I feel good and I'm going to sit in it and I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm trying to kind of harness that mindset right now. And that's friggin' difficult sometimes. Sorry, Audrey was staring at me really weird, and I couldn't figure out why, because she had no dry food out. All right, so let's do a recap, shall we? I put 6 mugs up on the site today and 4 incense holders, including the 2 that we finished last night, which is this one, Phoenix. I'm going to be painting this again very, very, very soon on as many different things as I can. I want to do some mugs with it and everything because I'm obsessed with this pattern. The emerald green one, as well as the blue one. So they are all up on the site. The pink and green one's up there too. I'm just too lazy to get up and go get it to bring it here. So we'll have to deal with that. Hi, Doris. Thank you for the rose. That's so sweet. So I figured to start off today, I've got a couple incense holders that have had their gesso coat. So I'm just going to wipe them down, get some dust off of them. Oh, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. That's all right. We'll brush those down, get the dust off of them, get them ready to paint, and then I'll put the base coat on a couple more items. I've got another incense holder and this candle holder to base coat. So that will be good. So let's do that. Let's grab some brushes. What are you guys working on today? Patty, you working on some stones? What are you painting today? I finally broke out of my Jason Mraz little moments. Not that I needed to, but I decided to explore my Apple Music today. And there was a little station that said, "Stations for you." And it said, "This station will be full of The Cure and similar." And I have been enjoying myself so immensely this morning listening to this music. I'm getting The Cure, I'm getting In Excess, I'm getting all that stuff. And so then the other one that I saw was an Oasis and similar, so I'm going to go to that one. This one's a lot of Depeche Mode, Joy Division, all that old stuff. Purchased some Easy Pattern Mixed Grading for the first time. Oh, nice! And you're doing a Fine Rosa-inspired pink grayscale on a pinky red mug. Yes, that's going to be beautiful. Nice. Fine Rosa and Art of Points, I find, are the two artists that I really I watch them a lot. I look at their skill. I look what they worry about and what they don't worry about. Delicate Dots Andrea too. I watch her stuff a lot because she's just a freaking machine, man. Like, what she accomplishes on a daily basis, I'm still reeling over the fact that she painted 6 mugs in one weekend. And I no idea. So what I'm thinking for today, well, let's at least get something pretty to look at. This one's still pretty to look at, so let's just at least have something pretty to look at while we're talking color. I was going to start painting a grayscale set of mugs, but I realized I don't have any black multi-surface acrylic paint. So they are going to have to wait. So I'll pick some other colors to work on for some mugs, but just not today. I really wanted to get started on a couple more incense holders. So thinking of colors, I would like to do a grayscale on an incense holder. I'd like to do another rainbow one. And I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, I know what we could do. Oh, I know what we could do. Never mind. I got it. Oh, thank you so much. I can paint one mug 6 times in a day, right? Yeah, that's the only way I can get that. Hi, Manon. How are you? So good to see you. I love this part. Sometimes just sitting and doing this is relaxing. I sit and do this sometimes when I'm not sure what I want to do. So I've got a whole bunch of things prepped. I've got a couple canvas panels and wood panels that I have prepped that need one more sanding and one more coat of gesso. So I might work on those over the next couple of days. I'm going to work on a pattern for this one as well. Folding laundry, nice. I'm glad you're here to hang out with us. It's lovely. It's lovely when you're able to, when our paths are able to cross so easily. Yeah, this little Apple station is making me really, really happy today. And I have a feeling that the Oasis and similar station is going to just, it's really going to do it for me. So this is a good start. This is getting me started with my retro and my Depeche Mode and that stuff. But then we'll get into the Brit pop. Woohoo! I'm so excited. So fun. I like getting caught up in moments of nostalgia too. And good music can help do that. All right. Candle holder will now sit aside and dry. And we'll prep this one. Yeah, so what I would do for canvas, Doris, is I put a coat of gesso on first, and then I sand it in between coats of gesso. So I sand it after the first coat. Hi, Christy, how you doing? You're so lovely. You are lovely. How's Loki? Is he getting big? Oh, I was going to say, what song is this? I'm like, oh, it's Depeche Mode. I know this song. This is fun. This is when I always start to kind of remembering old music that I used to listen to and start adding it back into my library. Ooh, got a booger. There we go. You're welcome, Doris. Now, if it's a wood panel, I even some of the wood panels, even though they feel pretty smooth, I never used to sand them because I just never really thought about it, I think, when I was first starting. So I'll sand the wood panels, and my favorite part about sanding the wood panels is to get the edges and the corners. I kind of round off the corners a little bit, but I'll do that and then wipe it down with a damp cloth before I put my gesso on. And it definitely makes a big difference. Are you painting today, Doris? 36 kilos already, oh my God. But other than that, he's happy little pup. 9 months, oh my God. So he's getting big with gawky teenager energy. and puppy still energy. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Hi, James. How you doing? Has your package arrived safe and sound? So I'm going to get back to doing mugs, and one thing that I'm going to be doing going forward, just as a heads up, is that mugs are going to be released in my shop once a month. Oh, good. Yeah, it should be there real soon. Not painting yet. Picked puppy up from boot camp this morning. Oh, fantastic. What kind of puppy you got, Doris? All right. Oh my God. I love little wieners. Oh my God. That sounded really bad. Because I don't. However, so I'm going to be dropping mugs into the shop once a month. So what I'm going to start doing is any mugs painted in April will be released in the shop June 1st. So they will have the entire month of April, the entire month of May to cure. Now, what I want to know from you guys, though, is should I be offering any kind of I don't know. Maybe I should. I was thinking some kind of buy it now. Like if you see it on a live and you want it and you message me, you can buy it kind of thing. But I'm worried. One of the reasons why I want to wait and do it is I want to start not listing mugs until they're fully cured so that in case something happens, right? Like it's sitting on the shelf, someone's already bought it, it gets knocked on the floor and shatters. That terrifies me. So the idea of at least not listing it until I can get it out in the mail, I think might kind of, yeah, I don't know. So that's my thoughts. Here we go again. I'm making your headphones a requirement during your lives. Good call. Good call. Doris, give your puppy a smooch for me. The green and summer one are now yours. You got them? Ooh. Oh, James, look at this beauty. Like, really? I'm so friggin' proud of this one. This one looks like it's from some kind of supernatural medallion. I'd like to do this one in other colors. I think that could be a really, really fun thing to do. Like imagine this in a grayscale where everything that is gold is that like red garnet or a purple metallic or something. Right? So this one I'm going to be making a pattern of very, very soon. Very, very, very soon, as well as this one. But I'm going to ship the green one to a friend in Minnesota for her birthday. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's wonderful. That's so cool. Oh, I hope she loves it. That's wonderful. Well, let's get started on a couple more then, shall we? Okay, so we're going to get started on one. Let's think about colors. So, right, I had come up with an idea of what we were going to do, didn't I? I feel like we haven't done... We've done pink, we've done green, we've done yellow. We've kind of done all the colors, haven't we? There's nothing we haven't really done a lot of purples. What about some purple with some hot pink? Like a bunch of different purples with some hot pink accents. Okay, but actually I'm still going to pause that because I think I've got something else that we'll start on first. No more pink incense holders. Yes, correct. That is actually a really good point. You're right. If you can pry it from your hands. Ooh, blue, green, and purple. Oh, that would be fun. There you go. Someone else in Minnesota will take it. And silver. Hey, Shannon. Okay, so let me go. I'm going to have a look at something really quickly because there's an old stone and that I've wanted to recreate for quite some time. So let's see if I can find it. This one. I thought about this one. What if we did those colors? Have we done too much blue already? Should we go to... Maybe we should do the green, pink, and or like a teal, pink, and purple and do the mermaids. This is the one that I was thinking of. This is a stone I did a couple years ago. And I'm thinking it could be cool for an incense holder. So what we'll do, I've got two that I can do, and I've got a third that's being prepped. So we're going to do this one. We're going to do like fuchsia, purple, and teal. Maybe fuchsia, purple, royal blue, and teal on another one, and then we'll do a grayscale on the third. Too much blue. Yeah, this one could kind of be peacock inspired, eh? Oh, thank you so much, One Strong Queen. I'm so That's so lovely to hear. Thank you. Hi, Rosebud. How you doing, love? What's up, Shannon? What you up to today? Like that one? Okay, so let's do the blue and the teal and the white and the gold one first, but know that we will do a pink, purple, teal, and blue one as well this week, and we will do a grayscale minimum. Okay, so let's get started on, and we'll work on this bluey one first. All right, so we have to put that away, and I need my pencil and my compass, my pencil sharpener, and my tape measure, and maybe, okay. So, first thing I'm gonna do, and I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but this is what I do. Life is good, Rosebud. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Hi, Kat. How you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you? All right. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a few pieces of tape and I'm just overlapping them. Oh, stacking them up. Oops. Trying not to attach too many cat hairs to the tape. If I can, you know. You're okay? What are you up to this weekend? I've got black gesso all over my hands too, which isn't helping the situation. Look at my hands. I do have a cloth. I could wash my hands. Let's do that, shall we? So I'm going to put that on there. Wash the black gesso off my hands. Ouch. I haven't done a good job taking care of my hands, like putting lotion on them and stuff, so my hands are pretty cracked up right now. So I put those few down and then I mark the center. Work on a new cardi this time. Ooh. How long does it take you to do a cardigan or a sweater? Do cardigans take longer than pullovers? So I marked my center where the hole for the incense is, and now I am grabbing, hi Emily, I'm grabbing another piece of tape, and it's actually way too big, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit. And then I'm just going to fold it inside out so the sticky part is on the outside. This is going to give me a little bit of traction with my compass. And I can see that hole right there. So if I was to put this on regular tape, it would slide really easy. It still slides here, but not as much with the stickiness there. So I'm going to make sure my pencil's nice and sharp. No time at all, but a sweater, yes, takes time because there's more to it, right? How many different pieces would you say you make every week, Kat? Right. Oh, I need my Lazy Susan. Do you guys, you know the sound on TikTok where they say, so you're an artist, are you any good? And then you hear the sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And I thought I need to do that with sometimes maybe good and sometimes maybe shit. I think I need to do that one. I never do any of those trends, but that might be one that I need to jump on. Too many. I'm going to just raise you up a little. I can't see the screen now, but I just need to kind of get the camera out of the way for a minute. Oh, God, it's like I've got the Breakfast Club soundtrack on, is it? Oh, it is too. Add to playlist. I gotta add this to my library. I love listening to songs that I forgot about and add new music in. All right. Here we go. I got my Lazy Susan at Canadian Tire for $13. I've got another one actually I want to paint and resin. I think that would be kind of cool. A friend of mine gifted me a bunch of 9-inch wood rounds as well that I'm considering trying to see what I can do with them. But I can't get away from these incense holders. They're just, I'm going to have no choice because I'm going to run out really soon and I haven't done any pouring in a while. So I'm running out. But this is all I want to paint. I just want to paint these so bad. Oops, pretty sure I just spit on it. Don't worry, I disinfect it after the paint is on it. I wash everything down before I ship them off. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can get this in a little closer. Let's try there. Let's see what we can do with that. There we go. All right. Then I pull the tape off. Half the time it pulls off some gesso with it, but meh. Can always touch it up, right? And then you can decide if you want to add in some guidelines or not. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. Sometimes I use my flexible tape measure. Sometimes I'll grab a ruler. No particular reason. I think it's just however I think I can hold on to it best. That looks pretty good. And then I can use the lines on the ruler to kind of help me make sure I'm perpendicular. What about there? Does that look about right? Looks about right to me. Whoop. No, don't move, don't move. Don't do it. Wow, pooper. Looks pretty good though. This spacing was alright. It wasn't holding on to it the right way. Alright, that looks alright. I think we did alright. And you can always go in with a protractor and divide up more angles if you want to. I just kind of go with these ones just for the basic outlines, just to be able to have something kind of to refer to, right? Now I'm looking for my eraser. I'll bring this back down here. Okay, let me scroll back and catch up on what I missed. Sorry. I mean, I can't even defend the second tray you showed. I know, right? It's not possible. It was a gong show. It wasn't too bad until I started adding the top dots. And as soon as that happened, I'm like, off we go. So just for the record, the second one wasn't planned that way. That was just the result of multiple bits of experimentation. So if that helps a little bit. Hi, Crystal. Happy Saturday to you, too. Oh, that's so lovely to hear, Fab Productions. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Aren't they super fun, Crystal? Hi, Crafty Country Gal. How you doing? Just a little spit shine, right? I'm glad you enjoy watching me paint these ones because they're really fun. Exactly. It's all good. Everything gets cleaned. Yellow Brick Road vibes. I love that, though. I love hearing what this kind of does. I'm doing good. Thank you so much. Yeah, straight is best. It is the best when it can be straight. Now, what was I doing? I was looking for my eraser. Here it is. Okay. This is where I'm at. Who are we listening to? I don't want to listen to you, Morrissey. Echo and the Bunnymen's much better. Thank you. So I do a little light erasing because the waxiness of the watercolor pencil crayon, if I dot right over top of the line, it can cause the dots to kind of pinch in a little bit. So I just lightly go over with an eraser. I still want to see the guidelines. I just want to be able to paint over them without worrying that my dots are going to be all misshapen. And to get the eraser shavings off, I like to use a brush. For no other reason than it's just fun. Add little bits of fun. If there's things that you enjoy doing, it doesn't matter if they actually serve a purpose towards your project. They serve a purpose in your enjoyment of everything that you do. All right. Now, we should be ready. So for this one, our inspiration, so we've got 3 on deck. So we've got 3 more that we're going to paint this week. The first one's inspiration is going to be this stone here. So we're going to have teal, gold, aquamarine blue, and white. And I'm going to use pearl white and metallic gold, obviously, for that one. A second one we're going to do is going to be shades of fuchsia, purple, blues, and teals, kind of like a mermaid kind of thing. I'm thinking more of the pinks and more of the purples with pinks and accents there, and then some blues and teals around it. And then we are also going to do a gray scale. So that's the next 3 incense holders. And I'm glad you're doing good. Hi, Christine. How you doing? Oops. Good to see ya. All right. So I'm going to take a drink. And then we need to get paints. So, oops. Hopefully, I'll have what I need. We might even have everything that we need already mixed up. Maybe. Well, we've at least got some blues, which is good. We've got pearl white. Is this a pearl white as well? What is this one? Oh yeah, that's a pearl white. Pearl white. Our gold. And we might have to pour out some teals, will we? Yeah, we're going to pour out some teals. So we're going to grab paint pots. We've got scissors out. I can move this and this and this and this. I love being able to put stuff away. Yeeter out of the way. Okay, so we're going to need a couple of teals. So what do we want to start with? The one on that one is, I feel like this is the one we want to go with. So, now I'm only going to use really the 4 main colors, right? We're going to use the ultramarine blue. This is a Deco Art Americana. Oh no, this isn't the ultramarine. So we need to pour out 2 paint pots because I don't have an ultramarine. I have that was a shade of it, but it was way too light for what I wanted for here. So we're going to use the ultramarine blue. We're going to use the teal mint, gold, and pearl white. And then when it comes to top dots, we'll just gradually mix lighter and lighter colors for these two to do the top dots to create that 3D effect that we have on this stone there. So we'll see what we can do with this. All right. Let me scroll back and just catch up here. Hi, Anne. Just a tiny bit, not much. No, just got started. We've been on here for about since 1 o'clock, so 35 minutes. No drinking on the job. It's not the good stuff, I promise. I think I'm sound happy now. Woo! Hi, Beth. How are you? So happy today. I think sun really does bring out positive energy. It really does, doesn't it? We were saying that yesterday. It's just, this nicer weather and the sunshine is like an adrenaline shot. Hi, Becky. How are you? It's so good to see you. Becky, look, I made more incense holders. I'm so excited. So we're going to make another one today. So excited. How are you doing, Becky? My friend Becky runs the shop, The Willow Branch, in Bowmanville, Ontario. So if you are in the area and you are in downtown Bowmanville, definitely check out her shop. You will not have a hard time finding something to fall in love with in that place. All right. Ultramarine blue. You think you mixed up the times? Oh my gosh, Becky. I'm going to consider myself incredibly successful when I can walk into your store and not worry and just buy whatever crosses my path that I like. Like that's going to be one of the ultimate shopping sprees. Like we've talked about that. If we won lots of money, where would we go shopping? You know, I would go to Michael's and buy all of the paints. I would go to your store and buy everything for my house and fill my house with just such cool stuff. Yeah, it would not be difficult. Go to Misty's store and buy an entire new wardrobe. Like, it would just be so much fun. All right, so here are our 4 colors. Hey, Cindy. All right, so we've got pearl white, we've got gold, teal, and ultramarine blue. So we are going to get started. I'm going to go with the same color order that I did on the stone, and we're going to just see how it turns out. See what we can do here. So we're going to have 4 rows of dots around the center. The first being, oh, I didn't need to close that because the first one is the teal. I'm going to get rid of the Lazy Susan and grab the sponge. I need to get one of the smaller Lazy Susans. I really should order one of those off Daughter Depot one of these days. All right, so starting with the teal, I want to leave room. I'm going to add some extra little stuff, of course, as you do. So it'll probably look a little bit different, but not by much. But we'll have some fun with it. Okay, so now the center dot on the stone was teal, so that's what we're going to do our first row in. What did you buy today? Who am I listening to now? It's Bowie. Oh, fantastic. All right. So let's get started. So I'm going to go fairly small. Size 2. Not too small. I'm going to leave room in between for some detail. It's a little off to the side there. That's a little bit better. See, and that's how quickly I can abandon the guidelines. Oh, you got the incense burner mold! Fantastic! I'll do up your pattern. I'll do up your pattern soon, I promise. Oh, you got it in the mail, Manon. I'm so glad it made it to you. Isn't that so sweet of Sharon? She's so stinking generous. So now I'm just dividing the spaces in half. Cleaning off my tool very regularly because I already have one dot that's too big. That I actually think I'm gonna remove. So bear with me 1 second here. Isn't that sweet? It is an expensive mold. That's why I bought 2. Because I was like, if I'm spending this money and paying for the shipping, by God, I'm making it worth my while. But you know what? Now I want 2 more. I'd have 2 more if I could. If I could have 2 more of those, 2 more of the candle holders from Dot Art Depot, and a bunch more of the puffy hearts, I think that would be everything that I need. And I think that's where I'm going next, I think. And you might as well max out your shipping, right? Get this, but it's worth it. I promise it's worth it, Cindy. The enjoyment of painting these is more than I ever could have imagined. I wish that I'd bitten the bullet and bought it sooner. Oh, that's so nice, Manon. That's so wonderful. Hi, Rayleigh. Been busy making an Amazon wish list of DecoArt paints you want, right? Yeah, they're really, really fun, Crystal. Hi, Paula. How are you? Gang's all here. Almost, not everybody. Lots of the gang is here, though, which is lovely. Oops, that was way too small. I'll wait for that paint to dry, and in the meantime, we're actually gonna squeeze these in pretty tight. So I just keep dividing the spaces in half until there's no more room for the dots. I'll have to wait and fix that spot there in a minute. So this one is Teal Mint. DecoArt Americanum Teal Mint. So loving the patterns. I had to do it. Yay! I know. And I'm going to get back to them. I need to get pouring more, and there's a couple of tasks that I need to do around the apartment in order for me to be able to start pouring more that I'm completely procrastinating on. So I've got to just bite the bullet and get it done so I can get more done, because I really want to go back to them again because they were a lot of fun. Yeah, we need to get going on the Blessed Pooh t-shirts, I think, eh? I think I like the breaks from the mugs. Your creative designs have expanded with these holders. Oh, yay, thank you. You're in, Pamela. You're in. You're part of the gang. No problem. You're here. The only rules is kindness and encouragement, and just, that's it. That's all we ask. And we love to have ya. We love when the family grows. Yeah, we need to get moving on the Blessed Pooh t-shirts. And I got to figure out that has to go to Molly somehow. Maybe I do it as a joint venture with her. I'll set up I'll do the designs and I'll set it up, and maybe that can help fund her business a little bit. What do you think if I did that? If I set up a couple t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff and split the sales with Molly 50-50. I wonder if she'd like that. That could be kind of fun. Hi, Rebecca. I am painting an incense holder right now. So this is an incense holder that I made using gypsum plaster and a mold that I got from Devon Dotting. Here's a couple other ones that I have recently painted. one. And the blue. Hi, David. How you doing? It's good to see ya. And the green. All of these were listed on my site today, and a few mugs. So we're making some more of these today. So we're getting started on a new one that's going to be teals, blues, whites, and gold. Happy you're here, Rebecca. Fantastic, Pamela. That's it. You've created new patterns. It's been amazing to watch. Oh, thank you so much, Crystal. I need to get my ass in gear to get these patterns created so that you guys can start painting these ones too, eh? Right? They're taking about I'd say anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. However, I've only been painting them on lives. I've been doing little bits and pieces off lives, so I don't know how long they take. And I don't know this with any of my stuff. Let me just be really, really real. I have been doing this for 3 years, and my business has been entirely reactive, right? Chuck a number on something and get it out there because you gotta sell something and pay your bills. So one of the things that I'm working on, and I'm going to be working on it this week, is going to be just sitting and doing some time trials, right? Seeing how long does it take me to actually make this start to finish, and time a few projects. Like if I could get like 4 or 5 of each thing that I do, right, and have come up with an average, I really need to do that. And because right now I'm making like $10 an hour on most of this stuff, but I'm learning a lot. I'm okay. My bills are paid. I'm okay. Right? So, I need to kind of bump that up a little bit. Hi, Brant Goose. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Rebecca. I love the green one. Green one's already got a new home. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much for all of the light. Get it twisted. Thank you so much. I figured you meant likes. Thank you, though. Spent the day in the sun by the lake fishing. Oh, that sounds so peaceful and wonderful. I'm so happy you had that day. That's wonderful. How did you like it, Paula? Did you enjoy it? I am. I'm enjoying life. And there's so much that I still want to do. There's a ton of stuff I still want to do. And I've got a lot of big goals for what I want to be able to do. But I feel like I'm on a precipice where I'm about to kind of move forward. So it means that there's going to be some stuff where my pricing changes, or there's just going to be a greater variety in the pricing of things. But for now, I'm not super duper stressed, but it's something I know that's the next logical step, I think. That's kind of where I'm feeling it. Next logical step kind of idea. Played with so many little goats and fed them. Oh, I'm so glad you had so much fun. There were babies? I've got to save that one to my library too. I forgot how great Tears for Fears is. I didn't appreciate them when they were in their prime. Especially listening to the lyrics now. They hit different. I'm so glad you had such a good time, Paula. It's such an awesome place. That's so cool. Oops. Hi, Kathy. How's everything going in Scotland? It sounds like a wonderful day, David. I'm really happy for you. Right? Everything has goat cheese in it. Everything. Yeah, it's a pretty cool spot. Beautiful property too, eh? All right, row number 1 done. So that was with a size 2 DIY mandala stones. Let me go back to my picture because I think we go to blue next. Yeah, we go to blue and then back to teal and then we go to pearl white. So now I'm going to go to my size 3. See how this goes. Good kind of worked as well, right? Like all the goods in the cafe. It still got me there. It's all good. I'm glad you're doing good, Kathy. I'm good, thank you. Thanks for coming to hang out with me while I'm painting today, guys. I really appreciate you choosing to spend your time here with me. Ooh, that's dark. I'll have to zoom in so you guys can see this because it's not showing up terribly well. So let's try and zoom in. Oops. I probably still should have used my size 2 and just put lots of paint on it. That probably would have worked just as well. But that's okay. Helps to look through the camera a little bit. Ooh, good song. I'm kind of ashamed that there's all these good songs in this station that I'm listening to that I don't have on in my library yet. Thank you. Whoa, Nelly. So this is ultramarine blue. It's a Deco Art Americana. I'm going to create myself some new hashtag sets and start hashtagging these brands. Oh, wow. Look at those size differences. Okay, so I'm not happy with that. So that's too much for me. I'm going to pull this stuff off. Okay. And then I'm going to redo it. Oh, all kinds of fuzz from the face cloth. I want to redo it. And I'm going to redo it with my size 2 tool. Oh, God, there's a lot of fuzz on there. All right, wipe it on my hand then. That's fine. And I'm going to go in with the size 2 and just use a lot of paint. I think I'll be able to get that consistency better. And I think I'm going to look through the camera a little bit more, honestly, because that, I think, would help me see it, because I'm not seeing it the best at this angle. Okay, so let me find this. It does work really well, eh? So these are some nail dotting stylus tools or clay sculpture tools as well with little metal balls on the end. But these sets have these silicone brushes on the end, and they work so good for pulling the paint off. Right? They don't get rid of it completely, but they can at least get rid of the bulk so that when you go to paint back over it with your base coat, you don't have too much to deal with there. And it dries nice and fast. You can get tools like this at dotartdepot.com. If you use the code JAIME10, JAIME10, you can get 10% off of, I think it's $25 or more. Purchase is $25 or more. But yeah, you can also get them on Amazon. I think you can get them in the polymer clay section at Michael's. But they are incredibly helpful. There's actually a set of dotting tools that you can get on Etsy that all of the tips are silicone tips. So instead of having hard tips like on the DIY Mandala Stones tools, they actually have soft silicone tips. Good old Depeche Mode, man. I wish I could turn my music up louder so you guys could listen to music with me and enjoy it with me. Bananas. Like, it's crazy that I could go on live and have my camera pointed at a screen, at the TV, and we could watch movies together, but we can't listen to music together. Not so. You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome, Crystal. Happy to. All right, so let's try this again. We're going to go back to the size 2. I'm going to grab a drink. All right, so let's try this theory. So that looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, not too bad. All right. That one's a little bit too big, but that's okay. I'm just tapping more of the paint down onto the surface, right? I know that in theory we're not supposed to even touch the surface with the tools, but sometimes in this little detail stuff, it makes me nervous to just let it go. But that looks all right. I'm pretty happy with that. So this is again a size 2 just with extra paint. So what you're going to find is the more dots that you have in your first row, the slower you're going to progress in size from row to row. Okay. Can you hear it? All right. Is it really? I see people doing it all the time, but then I keep getting kicked off. I think Instagram and Facebook are probably more picky, but that's crazy. There are no rules here. Oh, it's a good thing and a bad thing all wrapped into one, right? Well, I'm glad that you can hear it. That's good, because it's good music today. Maybe it's just Facebook and Instagram that have the stick up their rear end. YouTube's had an issue with it as well when I've tried to upload a live video. And they catch music. YouTube's had a couple issues with that. All right, there we go. That looks better. Couple little. All right. I'm always touching the surface sometimes, right? Sometimes you just have to. Sometimes it's part of the soothing, part of the rhythmic, like the repetition of all of it, right? Is to feel the tap, 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 tap. I find that very satisfying. It lets me create that rhythm. All right, back to the teal. Oh, that's totally the wrong tool. All right, size 3 now. Let's see how this does. That looks pretty good. Pretty darn good to me. So I'm still wanting to take my time, right? Making sure that I'm trying to replicate how much paint I'm loading onto the tool, the pressure that I'm applying, all that sort of stuff. But if you just go nice and slow, you can kind of get that consistency pretty good. Oh, sugar, except for when there is hairs. And that one's way too big. So we're going to fix that one. Always have some small brushes and your base coat handy. It is where painting on black is so forgiving. I think that I believe that too, Emily, for sure. Every book is a journey. The black paint I'm using, I am actually, ooh, wow, that was way too close. I'm so sorry. I'm using Liquitex Black Gesso as my base coat. No, and I make these pieces with gypsum cement. It's a plaster. A little weaker than concrete, but stronger than plaster of Paris, kind of in between the two. It's a sculpting plaster, and I use molds that I got from Devon Dotting. And then once they have dried for about a week after they come out of the mold, then I put the gesso on them to prep, usually a couple of coats. Yeah, isn't it great? I'm still relatively new on the gesso train. I haven't been using it as long as a lot of other artists, and I didn't understand the appeal to it for a long time. And now, never anything other than gesso. Come back to that section after it's dry. Not enough paint. I'm just noticing myself now that when I'm concentrating, I'm watching my tool as I dip it into the paint. So when I'm going faster, I'm dipping and dotting without really watching my tool go into the paint. And I think I'm getting more consistency when I watch it. I'm totally seeing now why when my vertigo was an issue, why I couldn't paint, because my eyes are constantly moving back and forth right now from the piece to my painting, to my paint. So what I'm trying to do, though, is I'm mirroring the amount of paint on the tool. So there is a little bit of benefit of not cleaning your tool off to be able to kind of see how much paint you're putting on there. All right. There we go. I made it with, it's gypsum plaster. So it's a sculpting plaster. So you can still carve it away and everything. So it's not as hard as concrete and not as heavy as concrete, but it's heavier and stronger than plaster of Paris. And I get devondotting.com. I look at Devon Dotting on Instagram. I'm not sure if they're here on TikTok or not. But if you have a look on Instagram at Devon Dotting, you'll see all the different molds that you can buy. Happy Dotting Company I've got molds from. I've also gotten molds from Dot Art Depot. My favorite candle holder mold is from Dot Art Depot. All kinds of cool stuff out there. I want to work for TikTok, but I'd be biased too. Well, of course. I think that's the natural human thing, right? That's going to happen. There's going to be biases there. So so I'll mix up the gypsum and I'll pour them into the molds. I can usually get through 3 to 4 rounds with the molds in one day if I start nice and early in the morning. And then they sit and dry for a week and then they'll be ready to paint. All right, so let's bring this picture back up again. So that was 2, 2, 3. So we're going to go in with a size 4 and see how this works. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It is Devon Dotting. So Devon Dotting sells a ton of molds, from stones to candle holders to jars to lamp bases to tabletops to little mini pebbles, everything you can possibly think of. It's absolutely incredible. I should probably stir this paint. Hold on a second. All right, so now I'm going to do a size 3 actually, because it's a thicker paint. The pearls and metallics tend to be a little bit thicker, so I don't want to go too large. Yes, that'll be perfect. Excellent. So I'm going to focus on this for a minute, you guys, and then I'll come back to the comments in a couple of minutes once I get this row done. I feel like that blue is too dark. I need to add a slightly lighter version of it, I think. Totally zoned out. Sorry, guys. Oops. You can always go back over them after they're dry if they're not just quite the right size. Oops. Oh, okay. Now what do we need to do? All right, so now we are moving on to more blue. So I'm gonna look at these blues. I think we might have to switch to one of these blues here. Well, that one's empty, so It's not that blue. I think I need to go into this blue because this is almost transparent. Yeah, it does. All right, so let's go in. I'm going to go in with my size 2. It does look purpley, doesn't it? So I'm going to go in with just a lighter blue. Just slightly lighter. I think that's better. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Yeah, that's better. Much better. And I know it'll be better once I get the top dots on and stuff too, but for now, that other blue just wasn't going to show up. So there you go. For your own information, if you are going to use the DecoArt Americana Ultramarine Blue, it is not opaque on black, at least. Certainly doesn't look opaque. It reminds me of some of the translucent paints. I believe one of the dark purples was like that, I found too. But you add just a teeny tiny drop of white paint or another blue paint, and that will probably do what you need it to do to still be able to use it. I would even take some of the DecoArt Crafters acrylics, for those of you in Canada that you can get them at Dollarama, and there's a peacock blue that you can get there. That's very similar to the ultramarine blue of the DecoArt Americana. The issue is that the Crafters acrylics from Dollarama, they tend to crack, depending on where you are, of course, in humidity levels and temperature, all that wonderful stuff. But you could always mix some of that Crafters acrylic with this DecoArt Americana, the ultramarine blue, and you could kind of get some of the properties from the nicer, the Americana paints, and that might keep it from cracking. It would be worth... it would definitely be worth, mixing them together. Sorry, Emily, which should be at 10 o'clock. It looks like it's not a full circle. Where am I looking? Right around there? Or this one? Those few are kind of tiny, aren't they? I'll go back in there. Much better, eh? Okay, good. Oh, it's eggplant. Okay, yep. And it's almost transparent, right? It's crazy. All right, so I am going to go to, so this was a size 3 with lots of paint. So we're going to go to a size 6. I would tell you that I'm sorry if I thought that you would stay. If I thought... Oops. I tried to laugh out loud and cover it all with lies. I tried to laugh out loud and hiding the tears in my eyes. All right, so we're gonna do some white swoops around the blue, and then we're gonna do a gold swoop down the middle. I think I might add in another guideline of where I want the end of the gold swoop to go, but I'm gonna wait until after I do the white swoops around the blue. Okay, let me scroll back and mix it up. Can we still see it a lot? That's okay, Emily. All right, so I'm gonna grab. So let's see. Is that 2 o'clock now? That one. Am I right, Emily? That one? Yes! Got it. All right, here we go. Let's fix it. Let's fix it, shall we? Indeed. Here we go. I'm actually going to make a couple of these a little bit bigger. There we go. Yay! That's better. All right, so now we're going to do... Here we go. Awesome. Thank you, Starlight Starbright. That's so kind. I'm glad you like my stuff. Thank you. This is going to take a while. That one's not the best, but that's okay. All right, let's keep going. I think I just need to add a bit more paint. And in hindsight, what might have worked better might have been using like my straight tool or my micro dotter to do drag swoops instead of shaping all of them like this. Thanks, sweet Lulu Rose. Do I have to work faster on warmer days because of paint drying? Not usually. Well, actually, no, that's not true because I do pay really close attention to make sure I don't lay down a dot for a swoop until I know I can move it. You know, until I can get in there with the tool to move it. I don't want it to sit there and start to dry. So yeah, that would dry faster for sure. The thing that I am very much aware of in the summer when it comes to things drying out is the little paint pots, or if I'm using a palette, just making sure that those paints don't dry out. So not so much on that, but in the little paint pots, yeah, it can be a royal pain in the butt. So making sure that I'm not having anything open that doesn't actually need to be opened. That was probably the best one yet. So I'm using a nail dotting stylus tool. That's about 1.5 millimeters. And then I'm using it's a puncture tool from Dollar Tree to pull the paint down into the point. So I'm using the dotting tool. It's also, you could find it called a clay sculpture tool. Let me scroll. Okay, just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed anything because I was totally zoned out there. There's hair in there. I can tell by the way the paint was moving. Clean that off. Let's see. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another guideline that's going to be about halfway between these two. And that'll be where the end of my gold swoops will go to. Yeah. It was another one. Once I got the design built around it, it looked okay. But I remember even when I was doing this stone that these swoops weren't quite what I wanted. But we're going to see how it turns out and be part of the rest of the design. Worst case scenario, I can always pitch it and start over, or we'll not do this one again or do something different on the next one. We'll see. I have a feeling they'll look a lot better and feel a lot better once the rest of the design is done. But I agree. I'm not super knocked out over these. But we'll see how it goes. It does feel good that they are symmetrical at least. Like at least I'm hitting the same spots on the guidelines with all of these dots and swoops. That's always satisfying when you see that your design is progressing out from the center at the same pace and the spacing is, and the spacing going out actually is working out well. I think it'll be just good. Yeah, I think so too. I'm with you 100% there. But yeah, alone and just like this, not something I love. So we're not going to have a live tomorrow because tomorrow's my dad's birthday. So Mom and I are going up to see him, and that's going to be a full day. But I will post my live schedule tomorrow night. And we'll post the live schedule for the rest of the week and see what we can do. See what we can get accomplished this week. Oh, yes. Good job, Apple. I am so happy that they've included the Violent Femmes on this station that I'm listening to. That makes me happy. That's their... thanks, guys. Good. So yeah, add just a little drop of white or a lighter blue in with that ultramarine blue and you should be good. Thanks, guys. I'll pass that on. Any Easter themes? No, I don't have any Easter themes planned. Mainly because I don't trust myself to be able to get it done and be able to have it shipped somewhere by Easter. But I am planning on doing a lot of bright colors, so we'll get lots of springy vibes, hopefully. I'm going to go on the hunt for some color combinations we can play with a little bit. Oh, whoops. Oh, that one will just be a little gnarly. That's fine. I take one, because you left me at 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3, He is 74 this year. Peachy, pinky, orangey. Ooh, that's a good idea. I haven't done anything that in like the coral colors. I've got this. Like it's a bright salmon. What's this one called? What are you guys called? I've got this one too that I really, really like the color. It's called Wildberry. It's kind of a... I'd like to do some of those, maybe with some yellows. I've got this pretty light pink that I could put with light peachy colors. I'd like to do some of those. That would be fun. Who is this? Oh, should have known that. Echo and the Bunnyman. Sorry, I've heard his voice and I'm like, I love his voice. Why don't I have his voice on my playlist? Another color scheme ideal. Emerald greens with mustard yellow. Ooh. Screenshot of that. Fire coral's awesome, isn't it? So pretty. I have fire coral too. I think I do. Just so everybody can see. Oh, that's coral. Here it is. Here it is. Fire coral. Look at this color, you guys. It's a folk art. So there's other deco art colors that I could always mix this in. And when, especially if you're not painting on ceramics, you can always, like, that's friggin' gorgeous. You can always use them on things that are not ceramics, right? You don't have to save them for multi-surface stuff. I do. I love it. You working on that now? Oh, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see Manon. Oh, I can't wait to see. Because that sounds beautiful. I'd like to come up with some more greens and some earthy tone ones. So, yeah, I'd like to kind of expand to some of those. Some other fun color schemes. Oops. Okay. Oops. All right, so now we need to draw on another guideline here. So I need my tape. Where did I put it? Your nails are that color? Ooh, beautiful. Oh, that's right. I think, did I use that on a mug or was it a piggy bank? I can't remember what I used that on. But it is freaking gorgeous. I forgot about that color. Thanks for bringing that up, Cindy, because I forgot about that color. I'm going to have to go back to that color now. That'd be fun on some mugs too. Some of the pink and green patterns on mugs would be really nice. And some yellows. Colors that Manon mentioned with brown as one of the dot colors would be nice on a black mug too, or even on a white mug. Very 70s feel to it probably, eh? All right. And I gotta sharpen my pencil. And then we can, here's my sharpener. There's my pencil. I can draw. Oh, it's already sharp. Perfect. Then I can draw another guideline here. No, I don't make the mugs. I buy the mugs from the store already fired and glazed and all of that sort of stuff. I buy them at Dollar Tree, actually. I get beautiful 15-ounce latte mugs at Dollar Tree for $1.50 a piece. So I paint on those. Oh, sugar. It's because I didn't get my... There we go. So now I'm not going to erase that line. I'm just going to go in with the gold because I'm going up to the gold, not going any farther than that. I'm not going to go over the gold. So I'm not concerned about the the size of that. Okay, let me go back to my image here. All right, I'm going to pull that tape off. And get started with this. I'm gonna add lots of paint. Well, I only make the incense. I make the incense holders. I make stones, a couple different types of candle holders. I have molds to make some flower pots as well, like little planters. But those I think I'm going to save and use concrete, like actually get some Quikrete. Let's see. Sorry guys, totally spaced out. Oops. Hi Allie, how are you? It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in such a long time. Everybody, Alligator is my niece, Allie. She lives in New Brunswick, which is the east coast of Canada. For people in the U.S., New Brunswick is directly north of Maine. New Brunswick and Maine share a border. Yeah, it's good to see ya. How you doing, Allie? What's new and exciting? What you been up to? I'm so glad you're here. For some reason, hang on a second, I'm sorry. My phone battery is telling me that it's crapping out on me. But why? For why? Let's try this. No, I think it's the cord that's finally dead. So bear with me 1 second, you guys. Sorry. Gotta pull a cord off of my iPad. I guess I need to get a couple new cords. That's not good. I turned off my light there too. All right, well, I'll add it to the list. Okay, so that's charging now. Beautiful. Okay, so now we can plug the light back in. Doing good, love. I'm really glad you're here. Oops. There we go. What's new and exciting? Hi, lazy cinnamon roll. How are you? Cinnamon rolls. Mmm. Oop. Who am I listening to now? Sounds like Kate Bush. I like to quiz myself to see if I actually know what I'm talking about. No. It's the Cocteau Twins. Wasn't even close. Cinnamon rolls. Nothing much. Hanging out with the doggies. Nice. Not a bad way to spend some time. Have you gotten any nice weather yet, or is it still pretty chilly? Had a cinnamon roll the other day, Carrie. I haven't had one in a long time. You know what? I bought some once from the grocery store and brought them home. My cat flipped out. Like, she was terrified. I walked into the room with the cinnamon roll. You would have thought I walked in and started banging pots and pans. So I found out that cinnamon is one of the smells that cats might not like, which is crazy. It made me really sad because they were really good cinnamon buns too. I'm like, damn it. Now I have to eat cinnamon buns in my car. Which is not that much of a problem, but it's, you know, it's not ideal. Had a really nice warm day yesterday. Nice. Yeah, rainy here too. Very dreary and just blah. But at least it's not freezing cold, so I'll take it. It's not ideal, but it's better than freezing cold. How's school going, Allie? How's your sister? How's Ava? Are you still singing? That part in the middle is really bugging me. I'm going to have to paint it over with the gesso because it's really bugging me. Where the tape peeled off the gesso. I hope everybody's doing good, though. What's everybody else up to for the rest of the weekend? It's been good. Ava's good. Aw, that's so nice. Hey, Jacobs, how you doing? Thank you. Started this one today. So we're not going to get too much more done today. I think we'll get these swoops done, and then I maybe will be able to get the little... I'm going to put some little gold dots in the center here around the rows of dots, and that'll probably be all we get done today. I'm not going to be live tomorrow, but I will post my live schedule tomorrow so that you and I will both know when I will be live. The schedule is just as much for me as for you, I promise. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing if I don't create a schedule for it. My whole life is in my calendar. Doesn't go in the calendar, doesn't get done. Hanging in there? Good. Yes, you're still singing. Oh, that's cool. You play the guitar now, too. Jeez. Good for you. That's so fun. I'm doing good, thanks, Jacobs. I'm glad you're hanging in there. Doing well. Your day's almost done. It's almost 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock there. Oh, nice. That'll be nice, Manon. That's awesome. Paints for starting with. I recommend if you are painting on mugs, you want multi-surface acrylic paints. My recommendations for those would be Craftsmart. You can also use glass or enamel paints. DecoArt has some. DecoArt also has some multi-surface acrylic paints. I wasn't a huge fan of them, but they weren't my favorite. Craftsmart is my current favorite. Martha Stewart and Folk Art are also good. Folk Art's very thick though. And when you're painting on mugs, you can't thin them down really. Now there's a couple mediums out there to be able to do that are being tested by some of the people here even. But that's a kind of do it your own risk kind of idea depending on whether you're selling them or not. If you're painting on things like this, like stone, wood, canvas, these are made out of gypsum plaster. I use regular acrylics and I prefer DecoArt Americana now. I started off with a lot of Craftsmart and stuff, but right now I'm very much into DecoArt Americana. They tend not to crack, which is really, really nice. Okay, and I'm going to fix that top part of the black because that's bugging me. That's okay, Jacobs. You're volunteering all weekend. Fantastic. You're going to be busy. Hi, Priscilla. Enjoy the rest of the day. I went to a youth group yesterday with my best friend and we painted ceramic gnomes. Oh, that's so fun. That's awesome. See about volunteering for refugees or coming here. Oh, that's wonderful, Manon. That is so wonderful. Love seeing the love. Love seeing all the love. I'm just going to tidy up the rest of this here a little bit. Just a couple little smudges. Just around it, okay. I don't think I would have put The Cure and Smashing Pumpkins in the same category, but I guess on some levels they are. Apple seems to think so. Same age. All the same era stuff, I guess. All right. You love painting with acrylic, Priscilla? It's fun, isn't it? So much fun. You love to get back. That's what my son taught me. Oh, that is so wonderful. Love's the thing that matters, right? Love is the thing that matters. And when we get to spread that love, it comes back. All right. So let's actually go back in and we'll do some little tiny gold detail. And then once this dries, I can erase those guidelines and we can start to build the rest of this pattern. Just a quick update before we take off. Let's clear up a little bit of business. I did a shop update today. There's some new incense holders. That one. The blue one. There's a pink and green one as well. There's a green one that's already sold and a few mugs. Some of the mugs that are up there are sunflower mugs, and the all of the money raised from those mugs will be donated to charities assisting people in Ukraine, or also Humane Society International in their efforts to help people of Ukraine to take care of them and their animals, all that sort of stuff too. So I think that's wonderful, Jacobs. That's so wonderful to turn that love out to other people. And yes, that's a wonderful way to honor him. Wonderful way to honor him. I think that's lovely. I love hearing about all that stuff, you guys. You guys are amazing. This is how tiny we're going. Teeny tiny. I'm using barely any paint on my micro daughter. Oh, I love you too, Allie. I miss you too. No. Oh, that's so wonderful, Jacob. Oh, I love that. Jacob's Creative Tumblers. Oh, I love that. May I ask your name? I'm gonna be brutally honest that I suck at remembering names, but the more we spend time together, and the more, if you're okay for reminding me your name, because I just keep calling you Jacobs. Now you might like me calling you Jacobs. That might just feel nice to hear the sound, but I miss you too, Allie. Get your mom to give you a hug for me. Give her one for me too. One for your sister. Of course, kiss the puppies. And say hi to your dad for me too. Say hi to everybody. Missy. I'm Jamie. It's nice to meet you, Missy. I will promise I will do my absolute best to try and remember. Britt, what's going on? How you doing, love? It's good to see ya. How you doing? Hanging in? Oh, way too much paint on that one. That's okay. It's so hard to keep track of all of it, right? What kills me is, different usernames on different platforms too, right? It's always so nice when it's easy to make that connection. Oh, not enough paint there. Whoops. So I'm going to do this with each row in this little band here. Signed up for your final semester. That's crazy. Yes. Comfort yourself a little bit, darling. Indiana? No, I am in Ontario, Canada. What's calling your name at the art store? Sometimes just being there is so peaceful. That's a big deal, Britt. That's a big deal. You okay? I'm also dying inside. I've never been to Indiana either. Canada here. Wow, that's crazy, Britt. How cool is that? That's super cool. Thank you, Priscilla. Sorry, I know the camera's shaking a lot. It's so much more sensitive when you're zoomed in so tiny too. You're having an existential crisis over it? So what's the part that's weighing on you? Like what's going to come next? Or does it make you feel like you have to have more decisions made by now that you're close to... What's the part that's hitting you? If you want to talk about it. You also need a sketchbook. For the brand of paints, on when I'm using these ones that I'm using are Deco Art Americana. Americana, I don't know. You've never been to Canada or the US? Wouldn't that be wonderful? Oh, that would be so amazing. Oh, that's amazing, Priscilla. Thank you, I will. We've got a cake that I'm taking up. And I'm going to get him some balloons. We're going to make a fuss. We're going to make sure that all the nurses and PSWs make a fuss. It'll be nice. He hasn't been feeling great yesterday or today, so hopefully he's okay. But I think he'll be happy to see Mom and I for sure. And I don't know what's next. Just the fact 2 years has flown by so quick. It is. It's a lot, right? It's a whole lot. Just remind yourself that you can do anything you want to do. However you want to do it is the way you can do it. It's just a little shock to the body when some of those emotions hit you, right? You'll be totally okay. Gonna grab some before you forget. Good for you. Excellent. Enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much again for coming to hang out with me. We got a good start on this one. I might do some more work on it before we hang out again on Monday. I'm not sure where I'll be on Monday, but I will post my live schedule tomorrow. And in the meantime, if you know anybody who's looking for a pretty incense holder or a pretty mug, there's a whole bunch that are up in my shop today. So check them out if you want to have a look. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming and choosing to hang out with me. Britt, I'm sorry we didn't have more time together. Hopefully we'll get to hang out again really soon, and I'm sending you lots and lots of love. I hope the trip to the art store is just what the doctor ordered, and just know that you're loved and supported no matter what, okay? We love you guys. Allie, it was wonderful to see you, love. If you're still here, sending you huge, huge hugs. Please take care of yourselves. And we'll see you again really, really soon. Are you looking for blank rocks, Mary? Like blank stones to paint on? I do have some blanks available as well. And I have a couple painted ones too. Not too many though. But if you have any questions, let me know. Kisses right back, Priscilla. I love you, Allie. Big hugs. I do have some blanks on the website, Mary, if that's helpful. Take a peek. There's a link in my bio. Hopefully that'll help you. We'll talk to you again really soon, guys. Bye, Cindy. Take care of yourself, please. Lots of love. Bye.